Paranormal is defined as something beyond the range of a normal experience or a scientific explanation. Here are 7 stories about people who cannot explain what they experienced. So I guess it'll be up to you to decide what you think they experienced. Enjoy. It was 2 a.m. and I was bored. So I went out to this park a bit out of town to go biking. It is for the most part surrounded by trees at all ends, with a running and biking track that goes around the park. The park was lined with streetlights though, so you could vaguely see. I'd been going there a few times that week around this time because it unwinded me, and it felt good to be outside. But this time, when I was making my rounds, I could see 4 fucking 6-year-old looking figures come out of the forest. There could have been 4 or 7 of them. I don't remember. But these little things didn't have a parent with them, and all seemingly stayed silhouette. I was biking in their general direction when they started fucking coming toward me. Thankfully, I was around 200 feet away from them, but I could make out them, and the spooky little shits were coming. I don't think I biked faster my entire life. I literally became Lance Armstrong with an extra testicle for a good 3 minutes charging it home. I've never seen a single person all the times I went, but I haven't gone back. Many years ago, when I was a college student, I was studying in the campus library on a chilly winter evening. I decided it was time to pack up and head out. I popped into the men's room first, and there, I found a woman. She had her back to the door, and she was crying. I asked if she was okay, if she needed help. She turned and looked at me as if I was crazy, and then she was gone. She didn't go past me. There were no other exits. No spooky noises. Just there one breath, and gone the next. I hauled ass out of there, and luckily, I didn't piss myself right then and there. This happened on a weekend morning. And note, I only have one child. Early in the morning, I was browsing Reddit when I thought, I'll just go sit outside. So I quietly get out of bed, careful not to wake my sleeping toddler. Nice and peaceful. An hour to myself before the devil spawn wakes up. Now when my son is searching for me, he repeats, "Mommy, where are you?" in this adorable voice that you cannot mistake for anyone else's but his. I'm sitting there, browsing Reddit, when I hear, "Mommy, where are you?" Oh damn, he woke an hour early. Awesome. I go to get up, but then I heard it again. "Mommy, where are you?" I freeze. The voice is coming from our elderly neighbor's fence. "Mommy, where are you?" Definitely coming from there. "Mommy, where are you?" in an almost impatient tone. At this point, I think this is like a horror story. Something wants me to go over there and kill me. So, being the smart person I am, I go over there. Just kidding, I run like a bitch inside the house, up the stairs to my sleeping toddler, in the comfort of my own bed. "10 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I was in bed petting my very bossy cat, who had pushed my bedroom door open a few minutes prior when I saw my dad. The entry to the kitchen is just that, an entrance. There is no door. I saw him in his oversized black shorts and miscellaneous old t-shirt cross the kitchen entryway. First I thought, why the fuck is he not at work? Then I realized he wasn't wearing his glasses, which led me to think he must be sick. So I get up, despite my dickhead cat's nasty face, and walk into the kitchen to ask him if he's feeling okay. No one was there. No one was home. All the doors were still locked. I wasn't afraid, but turning that corner and expecting to see a person and see nothing but a bright empty room was very creepy. When I was around 11 or so, my siblings and I were all playing hide and seek in my house. Now I know under the bed is the first place you always look, but for whatever reason, I decided to hide under my little sister's bed in her dark room. So I get down on the floor and squeeze under and wait for the seeker to come looking for me. And as I'm laying there, I hear a little girl giggle next to me. I could clearly see I was the only one under the bed, and I was the only one in the room. I shot out from under the bed and told everyone what happened, and that was the end of the game. I was a utility locator. I used to work on a team with my dad. To find a gas service from the gas main to the house, you must connect the equipment at the gas meter. Many older homes have the gas meter in the basement, and sometimes I would be the one that would connect the equipment while my dad found the gas service. On this particular day, we get to a house that had a meter in the basement. I go up, knock on the door, and the homeowner points me in the direction of the stairs to the basement. I go down and I see a gas meter in the corner with 2 walls built around it, making it like a closet with no door. Behind the gas meter is the old crawl space halfway up a cinder block wall. No lights in the crawl space. As I step into the closet area, I hear what I can only describe as a demonic growl come from the crawl space. I step out and call my dad, not wanting to sound spooked. I just say I need a flashlight. He hung up, and I stood outside of the doorway and just reached in to hook up the equipment. My dad comes down the stairs with the flashlight, and as he steps through the door to see if I got in the dark, the same demonic growl comes from the crawl space. He about knocked me over trying to get back, hands me the flashlight, and goes back outside. I just stood there pointing the flashlight into the crawl space with a feeling that something was watching me. He calls, tells me he's done. I grabbed the equipment as quickly as possible and got the fuck out. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a dog or a raccoon or anything I've ever heard before or since. I was watching TV late at night a few years ago, and the TV turned off by itself. Initially, that didn't freak me out, so I turned it back on and continued watching. A few minutes later, I felt really uneasy, and the TV turned off again. I turned it back on once again, but I just had this very distinct feeling something was behind me. When I turned around, along the wall of the hallway leading into the rooms was this big black mass. I'll never forget the distinct feeling I had, like it sucked all the energy out of me. It was honestly the most evil, empty feeling I have ever felt in my entire life. As soon as I looked at it, it darted into the hallway. I turned on every damn light in the house. That was the first and last time I have ever experienced something like that. I don't really believe in ghosts or shadow people, but that event is the one thing from keeping me from being a skeptic. Are you a believer? Are you a skeptic? Has something like this happened to you? Would you like to share your story here or see it featured? If so, please contact me through any of my social media links or email me at DuchessDark676@gmail.com. See you next time.